All through these verses in chapter 3, we're having this repeated theme of being made known, being made clear. Firstly, we saw that the mystery of the gospel was revealed, made known to Paul. And then in verse 8, his job was to preach, to make known the riches of Christ to the Gentiles. And then in verse 9, he makes it takes a step out and says, look, he's trying to make this plain to everyone. And in verse 10, once again, he steps out further to show something that is made known to an even wider audience. So verse 10, God's intent was that now, through the church, the manifold wisdom of God should be made known to the rulers and authorities in the heavenly realms. So here, who is it being made known to? Well, it's the rulers and authorities in the heavenly realms. These are created spiritual beings, but limited created spiritual beings. They don't know everything. They're not omniscient like God. There are things that they don't know. And so here God is making stuff known to them. What's he making known? Well, the manifold wisdom of God. Manifold, that word there is actually kind of multicoloured. So God's multicoloured, multifaceted wisdom is being made known to these spiritual beings. And how and who is making that known? Well, it's through his church. Through the church, through diverse from different races, different backgrounds, all kinds of different people being brought together as God's people through the Lord Jesus. And it is through the church, as that is happening, that God's wisdom is revealed to these rulers and authorities. Someone I was reading just today put it really helpfully like this, using this illustration. It is as if a great drama is being enacted. History is the theatre. The world is the stage. Church members in every land are actors. God himself has written the play and directs it and produces it. Act by act, scene by scene, the story continues to unfold. And the audience are the rulers and authorities. I think sometimes it is quite easy to lose a bit of purpose in our lives. Why are we here? What are we doing? Perhaps particularly at this time if we're stuck in our living rooms and struggle to get out and to carry on with what were our normal lives. I think this is really helpful in giving us real purpose for our lives, to remember that actually we are really significant in the scheme of God's work. As a church, as members of his church, we are making known his wisdom to the spiritual beings. That is why the church is so important. That is why, therefore, you are so important. Because we're all part of displaying God's greatness to absolutely everyone and everything.